that was the beginning. That was the beginning of an era in which you had to agree or vanish. If you didn't agree, you get chalked out. And look at the numbers of people who were chalked out.
Yeah.
Sammy Crab, chalked out. Nahota Makro, my friend, Japan, Paula Foko, and so many others. In fact, even those who were not officially chalked out were so intimidated that they themselves withdrew from frontline party activities. Okay? That marked the beginning of this new patriotic party which Frimpong Boateng describes as fake. And that is the origin of the problems that this party faces today. Look, I'm left in no doubt, and I have absolutely no doubt, that currently there is an attempt to reduce the new patriotic party to a Bawumia fan club.
Yeah.
Abusia me pawacho me srewa subscribe mami we are now like no comment na wa share abeka abusia no me srew subscribe efa mami Click TV Africa eno ti ha aye Click TV Africa abusia Kwasi Pratt asore e de agina Bawumia ne NPP so say Bawumia say NPP party no ya ten na baba ye Bawumia fan club ISN say no eniama age ensem eniama age agu bibia no has been skilled in favor of the Mahmoud Bawumia say omedi party anim say wo kasa na say wo hankasa yi na wo kasa tie Bawumia party na empanifo ebe sori e de atia na enso no obibia e kasa de tia any other ayi bia candidate bia na emfa obia ho asna Kwasi Pratt akofa e de aba ene e da yi ni say party ne de na no free NPP MPP baba NPP Bawumia fan club eno ne de ne party na akoye party kese wo so no ene wo so ababa fan club aye say akoye Bawumia fan club Kwasi Pratt ensem wo de ebani Click TV Africa ya bo e de awuramu e de mu ensem na de breakdown e de bro mo de answer subscribe mami we are now like no comment no abeka abusuan ne ho yenko ne hokoti Kwasi Pratt na watena na wo de ensem etudwa how and why or face MPP now na ababa Bawumia fan club I say a free party, a free political party, a fan club. Click TV Africa. Yenko T Emfa Emra.
Now, what is the new patriotic party that we have today? The new patriotic party that we have today, its construction actually began somewhere in 2008 or maybe a little earlier. That is when the construction of today's new patriotic party, which is different from the construction of the 1992 new patriotic party. You understand? Now, how was it constructed? It was around this time that violent groups were formed. Don't forget. Around this time, there was a shift from mature national political debate and a degeneration into employment of violence as a means of settling internal disputes within the new patriotic party. You see, when they were forming the Bolgatanga Bulldogs and the you know them, all the names and so on, you understand? The impression was given that it was to counter NDC violence. That was the impression that was given. But go back into that history. At no time did any of these violent groups attack NDC members. At no time. All those who became victims of these vigilante groups were NPP persons who disagreed with the party's choice of presidential candidature.
Yeah.
Who did they beat? Kwasi Japan. They destroyed his car. They threatened Paula Foko. You understand? Check the record. The vigilante groups were used to settle internal disputes. They were used to entrench one person as the supremo of the party. That was the beginning. That was the beginning of an era in which you had to agree or vanish. If you didn't agree, you get chucked out. And look at the numbers of people who were chucked out.
Yeah.
Kwasi Pratt, chucked out. Nahota Makro, my friend, Japan.
Baby, Papa Kwasi Pratt, Eddie Asemo, if he bano. I kind of understand him in a sense. If he said a man for Impanifo, you mutis one person to Sabano, the Brand Champon, Ken, Bawumia, Aduchum, and Omokanino. Say, almost say, Omo attack will be especially Ken, Brian, and Bawumia, Microphone. So, Obi, Ekasa, it's ya parts in Impaniphobia. Omo enteki any action, but the moment we be kasa tia Bawumia penom part mechanisms in nan sorry react. Enti ase more akoye say Bawumia untouchable, obi emfanensa enka bo onu saka Bawumia o touch na you touch all.
Paula Foko and so many others. In fact, even those who were not officially trucked out were so intimidated that they themselves withdrew from frontline party activities. Okay? That marked the beginning of this new patriotic party which Frimpong Boateng describes as fake. And that is the origin of the problems that this party faces today. Look, I'm left in no doubt, and I have absolutely no doubt, that currently there is an attempt to reduce the new patriotic party to a Bawumia fan club.
Yeah.
It's clear. And the evidence is there. You know, there's a clear attempt to reduce it to a Bawumia fan club. Now, what is interesting is that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who on his own is not a bad person, I think he's a harmless person, you know, and so, was not there in 1992. He was not a member of the party. He didn't even want to be a member of the party. And indeed, there are some who suggest that his loyalty lay elsewhere. I'm not going to go into that because I don't have the full facts. But he was not there. He was not a member of the party. According to Dr. Atta Kobna Kennedy and so on, they actually had to waive some of some of the conditions to qualify him as a running mate to Nana Akufo-Addo. If they had stuck strictly to their constitution, he would not have qualified as a running mate to Nana Akufo-Addo. Okay? So, the people who formed the New Patriotic Party, the people who joined the New Patriotic Party in 1992, did not join the party to become fans of Bawumia.
Yeah.
They joined the party for other reasons. And some of those reasons may be ideological. Some of those reasons may be political. Some of those reasons may be whatever. But those reasons could not have included an aspiration to become part of a fan club.
Just say, according to Kwasi Pratt, he said, Bawumia edu na 1992 na onka ho bi. He was nowhere to be found. Now only allegiance to NDC. But edu say na do yes ohia no na e was say constitution amend certain rules and regulations a betimi allow no ama an outsider ababe vice president nanka onka party ne kura ho. But now they said what me ababe wuramu ene on na control the affairs of everything. Yes, like they were doing him favor, but now no, as everything has been skewed in his favor, he said, or now or kase empuna. na party na say na yaya ma party na baba ye Bawumia National Fan Club NPP na baba ye Bawumia National Fan Club Isa Kwasi Pratt e break down ono so e de aba concerning the ekoso NPP ni mu no ni na ye asama e ba nansan ya say party no e so mo baba yi ya pa kwabna frempon boaten afi NPP ni mu no isa say o ka say party currently ya ho isi and e fake no enu ti no omo baba yi the free party ni mu no na ma Kwasi Pratt e ka say bibi asem bia ba na say efa Bawumia ho a omo etimi act in a quick way say on person omo yi ano ententem but say efa any other member bia ho enfo bia ho but the moment I be kasa na afa atra so na akofa Bawumia ho penom the executive na omo we see ano will rise against you and they will do everything in their power to make sure say oh like I said you be you as in chain to lanchamantin hope senem eto ato nkofo bebere I say bibia course na say be na do efa party di fee if kofo entem no how one party na omo te omo ho ase na na do eje party no kono waje na kire ma say akiri aye basa atetete apansam it can Bawumia etimi de nanka opache ba bia issues woni nyina na say omo ntimi nye ba rather no say wo kan say na sasam an go in their favor pa na fe ya ba o concern ni say when and some air cost so rose to 31st January 2026 party na ekokoto aba ayi no obedu omanim edo mako 2028 general elections nim ako share NDC say hwan na ebo we are still following every story. Click TV Africa mesrel say subscribe mami we are now like no comment no be kan abusuan ho de ma mesrel wa epa wa chew subscribe mami like ne comment na share Click TV Africa ye be san share